Hi everybody. I'm going to work on finishing up, I finished up my Joy Card Makers Let's Be Jolly journal, but the new challenge came up for the week, hashtag Color Combo 2023 by Tammy at Lou Frou Frou. I know I said that wrong. Lou Frou Frou? Lou Frou Frou. Lou Frou Frou. Okay, so anyway, this week it's white and for this month, and then she picks a different color each week. This week it's red. I just watched Amy at the Crafty Cat do her color challenge. Well, it came up on YouTube. So I ran around and looked for some red, and I thought I'm going to make one more thing for this, well, maybe two more things for Joey's journal. So I dug out this CD sleeve. I had a butterfly glued on the inside with the word discover. And I thought, I'm going to tear that apart, put in a piece of Joey's paper. I can get it out now. I've got it all cut down to save time. I'm going to glue that in. I'm going to put Betty Crocker on it, where I did have, how am I going to get this in here now? I probably shouldn't have taken it out. Just want to kind of show you my process without wasting time. Oh great, my glue. Let's hope it is not all clunky. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna work. That's good. Okay, so I've kind of got a mess here. I just got done letting my cat in. I have a mother that I rescued from, she strayed onto my friend's acreage in 2019. I'm gonna put this piece of Joey's paper in there, and I'm just going to attach it at the top because it's not going anywhere. I rescued her a few weeks after I had her. My daughter-in-law, who is a vet, stopped by and said, "Oh, I think she's pregnant. You should bring her to where she works." She said, if you can catch me there, we'll do an ultrasound." I'm like, "Oh, great. I got a streetwalker," which I knew that. Somebody abandoned her. She's the nicest tortoise shell. Anyway, she had 4 babies. And everybody says, "Oh, you better keep one. She needs a friend." So I kept one of her little yellow sons and found homes for the other 3. One ended up a bad home, which I was really shocked at the people that promised they would have the little boy neutered and keep him in the house and all the things. So there's my little sleeve. I put Betty Crocker on it. And if you haven't seen any of my other previous 5 videos on this journal, I used my 1974 cookbook. It was a gift from my sister. This is what I just cut the Betty Crocker off of. And this is how well loved it is. I'm telling you, when I die, my kids will throw this in the trash. So I decided I would just use it. So this is where I cut out the Betty Crocker signature. And I think I'm gonna save this dear friend. I kind of like that. Don't you think? I kind of think that, Betty Crocker's just synonymous with America and housewives and homemakers and cooking, and she's kind of the queen, isn't she? So I don't think I need anything else on this. I might save that. You know how it is, we can't get rid of everything. So I'm going to cut off the dear friend. I might do something with this yet. I'll put that up there. What a mess. I'm going to make a belly band with the Betty Crocker cookbook. This can go, actually, I'm going to find some recipes for in here real quick. That's what I was going to do. This is a cute page. Maybe I will put the Betty Crocker. Look at that. I really hate to get rid of this. Maybe I'll trim it down. I think I can cut right along this pretty good. These scissors are German, and I worked in the nursing home, and there was a couple there that I dearly loved. In fact, when his wife was passing away, I got a call from hospice that he was requesting me, the husband. They shared a room. And the odd thing was I had this, it was about, I don't know, 7 in the evening-ish, early evening. And I was sitting at home and I thought, I just think I'll go out and sit with him and visit. I had this just feeling about it. And I was about, I don't know, 6 blocks from the nursing home. And I was driving over this, the river goes through the town that I lived in at the time. I don't live there anymore, and I don't work, I quit at the nursing home in about 2018. But, yeah, I think I'll see if this will fold up and go in. I was driving across the bridge, and I was about, I would say, 2 blocks from the nursing home, and my phone rang, and it was hospice saying that he wanted me to come up. And I said, that's really weird because I'm literally driving across the bridge right now. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fold this so that the Betty Crocker kitchens show, I think, if it will. Anyway, long story short, when he passed away and the family came from Colorado, the sons, to clean out their room, he tried to give me his St. Christopher's medal that he wore in the South Pacific during World War II, and I said I can't accept it. And then he tried to put it in my hand, and I said I can't accept it. And finally, he said, well, I'm just going to mail it to you. I'm going to attach this plastic down. It's kind of flopping. And I said, I can't. I'll lose my job. You can't give me things. Well, anyway, when the family came, I was at break in the lunchroom, in the break room, and the family was cleaning out his room, and there was a knock at the door that they wanted me. So I went there and into the room, and they put a whole handful of his St. Christopher medals in my hand. And they gave me the mirror on their wall. They didn't want anything. They said, basically gave me a box of stuff. And there were 2 pairs of these scissors. They owned a clothing store, a dry goods store downtown for years and years and years and years and years. And he used to be pretty big up in the pennies company too. That's cute. What else could we tuck in there? I don't think we need to tuck anything else in there. I'm going to quit. I might go back through off camera and do it. So this is the journal, or the Christmas journal, Joey Card Maker Papers. So since I did the final flip through, I added a whole bunch of stuff at the top. I'm marking a space. The reason I did this is I did a hidden spine, and after I got it in and pressed down, I realized that I was a little bit high on this end. Pages, the signatures were higher. They stuck up. So I thought, I'm going to go through and put a whole bunch of lace on it. I think it actually turned out really cute. You know, if you make a mistake, you just figure out what to do to take care of it. So since I did the flip through, I went through and added rickrack all the way around this little notepad and attached a bow out of this old rickrack. I added this lace. What else did I do? Let's just go through real quick, because I did do a few things, extra things to it. I had this lace here. This is that old doily that I cut up. Put a piece of ribbon across. Added this old lace, which I love. I'm going to be really sad when that's gone. Added a piece of lace here. Made this little tuck thing. This is from another book. It doesn't fit the 1950s era, but it's got the song, "O Come All Ye Faithful." And I stuck that on here because I had nothing for this belly band. and that bothered me. Piece of lace here. This is where I'm going to put my Betty Crocker belly band. So let's just get that made. I thought for the red and white, I'm going to knock off the color combo. I'm going to work right on my book. Make a belly band out of this. And it's red and white, and it serves two purposes. This journal and the red and white. So I'll go this way. Make a nice wide belly band. Betty Crocker's Cookbook. Look at the spots from oil, and I love this cookbook. This is what I used when I raised my children. I don't think I did anything but the bread section and the cakes. We all like that section, don't we? Those two. Golden Press, New York. Okay, we don't care about that. So I'm going to cut this off. I think I'll add some cardstock. Maybe not. Let's glue this and see how sturdy it feels. So we had 70 degrees yesterday. It was just absolutely beautiful. And we're heading into 30 degrees and snow. That's Iowa. That is Iowa. That is the Midwest. That's how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay. Let's put that on there. Let's see how sturdy that feels. I think, where was I going to do that? Right here? I don't know. I think I'll do it on a white. I'll do it right here. I'm going to trim this little bitty ratty end. And trim this up. Yeah, the wind is howling. Absolutely howling. I think this is sturdy enough. I think I'll ink it. And I think it'll be time to say, finally done. But don't hold me to it. Does anybody else ever just keep going back to journals and recreating pages? And I've had a lot of fun with this one. Memories. And it just shows that there can be a new life to something old. My gosh, I've had this since I was, well, let's see, I turned 18 in 1973. I got this for Christmas, 1974, so I was 19 when I got it. So there's my red and white. I think I'll add some, these are more a couple decades earlier, but some penny yo-yos. Yo-yo quilts, whatever you want to call them. Let's see, I think at the end. Oh, how should I do it? How about up in there? Up in here? How about right there? Or this side? No, this side. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. And those are red and white. I just am so lucky that I had this red and white stuff. Pretty easy. Everything doesn't have to be hard, does it? I think we make it hard. I have been watching a Thrifty Day, and I'm going to do a video on her. She inspired me to try something, and I did it this week. I had to puppy dog sit for my friend. I spent the last 3 nights at her house, staying with her little puppy, who is old and is on medicine. It's a teacup Yorkie. There we go. So I stayed overnight at her house for 3 nights. How about if we just tuck this in there? Do I feel like I've got my red and white? I kind of do. How about if I pop that over? And I'm going to have to rust some paper clips to put on here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, there's my red and white. I guess I could, I'll put a red and white ruffle on here. I'll do that real quick. See if it'll tear. Anyway, I stayed overnight at her house, so I took a whole bag full of things to do. And I had, like I said, watched Thrifty Day. And she inspired me to try her little journal idea with children's books and rings. What do you call them? These things. And I have had so much fun, but I screwed up, and I'm going to show you what I did to screw up. It's okay to make a mistake. You learn. So my first one's got a boo-boo, but I figured out how to fix the boo-boo. I should have sewn this. A little late when the book's all together, isn't it? Anyway, I have had fun. I'm going to make the video this afternoon because I'm already on to the second one. And like I said, Thrifty Day, she's on YouTube, she's on Instagram, and I've been watching her. She's a totally different style than me, but that's okay because I'm having a lot of fun doing it. She's just perky and fun, and isn't that how we learn from each other? Get new ideas. Otherwise, it'd be stale. Everything would be stale if we didn't, it's just like collecting. I got to show my thrifting haul too. I'll do that separately because my videos get too long. You see what somebody else collects and you're like, oh, I love that. And then here we go, a new collection. I'm really bad about that. I went thrifting the other day with my son. I was looking for ball fringe. We don't have a store close to us that sells it. So I thought, well, I'll go to the secondhand store and look through their little sewing-y section where they have fabric and stuff that's been donated. And there was none. No rickrack this time. A lot of bias tape. Tons of bias tape. But no rickrack. So I came home with $28 worth of other stuff. Books, and more books. Some linens. An entire set of dishes. I'll show you those. Well, I won't show you those, but I'll kind of show you those. There's some red and white. Red and white. There's my Color Challenge 2023. And I'm going to call this little video Done and Done. And this book, I think this journal can finally go away. This is cute. Betty Crocker. I love it. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. I've finally done 3 weeks of this challenge. I am so proud. I'm kind of anxious for next week. Bye-bye for now. Have a great weekend.